So here's the backstory behind this conversation that you're about to see. Michelle was trying to get Luna and Brian into a live together so that they could talk things out and potentially fix their relationship. As soon as Brian came into the live, he immediately started yelling at Luna over Luna, and then Luna, in response, started yelling back again. I couldn't get the whole video, but here's a little snippet of that just so you can see how aggressive it is.
Here's the thing. That is the only thing I'm offering you. Luna, that's the only thing I am offering you. I am ending this conversation.
You can't do it.
I am done with you.
Now, Michelle is a DV survivor, and I don't think she will mind if I tell you that she has PTSD. Now, anyone who has PTSD, especially from DV, knows that yelling and aggression are usually a trigger. So Michelle, seeing this, was triggered. She had quite a severe attack. After the live between Luna and Brian was finished, Michelle started her own live because she knew that she was in trouble and she wanted some friends around her to try and talk her down. I was in that live and you could see on her face that she was not right.
I'm not doing anything right. I'm not doing anything right. I don't know what to do here. I don't know what to do here. I've tried to be a good friend. And it's not good enough. I don't know what to do here. I'm not good at this. I'm not good at this. I'm trying really hard. I'm just not good at this. It's not fun. It's not fun.
She was quite obviously triggered still, and I was trying to talk to her, but she was not focusing properly on anything. While she was on her live, people in the comment section continued to argue with each other and with her. Now, everything I'm about to say from this point on is from second-hand sources. I did not witness it myself, so I cannot validate the accuracy of it. But as I understand it, Brian then went to Michelle and demanded that she make a public video calling out Luna for threatening him in the live. Michelle said that she would talk to Luna, but that she didn't want to make a public video because that could potentially be dangerous for her. And by the way, Michelle has previously been doxxed. She has had all kinds of threats thrown at her, and her abuser is not too far away from her and has already shown up at her doorstep to attack her. So she has every right to be afraid for her safety, and she has every right to want to protect herself as much as she can. So from what I was told, Michelle addressing Luna privately wasn't good enough for Brian, and he ended up quite aggressively having a go at her and cutting her off, kind of in the same way that he did to me. So this first section of clips are conversations that I had with Brian about Michelle.
I don't know why you're acting this way right now. I'm hoping that it's a blip and that you'll calm down. Either way, it hurts me, but I'll get over it, you know? But it's really not fair what you're doing to Michelle after everything she has been through for you. And it was only 3 days ago, that you were saying how you feel really bad for her because of everything that she's going through, and what they're doing to her. And you say over and over again that you don't want people to suffer on your behalf. And then you go and ask her to do something that will bring more attacks down on her head. And then you discard her when she's reluctant to do that. And then you go and tell everybody else that you can't believe the way that Michelle is treating you. And that sucks. And that's not the person that you are, that I thought you were, that I've always known you to be. This kind of behavior is strange to me. I don't like it. I hope you come back soon.
I have fiercely defended Michelle for a long time. Fiercely. And she has not returned that favor in the same way. And then she goes into her live Michelle's and then continues to threaten me, and Michelle just sits there instead of saying, Luna, stop. That's not too much. That fucking ass, and the fact that you think it is makes me so upset. And it cements everything to me that you thought it was too much to ask for me to want or say, hey, Michelle, this person is doing exactly what Eve and Jackie are doing to you in this live right in front of you. You can't even bring yourself to say, hey, don't do that, Luna. Don't do that. Stop.
I just want the threats to stop. The threats need to stop. This needs to stop. Everybody needs to stop. Okay, I want everybody, there will be no threats on this live. I swear to God. I can't. I want the threats to stop. The threats need to stop in this conversation right now.
And I would just like to add one more thing. If Michelle has to be so worried about saying that to Luna that she feels like she can't, maybe she shouldn't be fucking friends with her in the first place, don't you think? If she's worried that she's gonna set her off by saying, hey, stop it, Luna. Yeah.
It does upset me that you seem to have forgotten everything that Michelle has done for you. The things that she's put herself through. Does that all just mean nothing to you now because of this one incident? Because she was trying to resolve an issue between two people that she cares about? Because you shouting caused a trigger in her and she didn't know how to handle that? That's, you want everybody to care about your mental health, but you don't seem to care about hers at all. So, yeah, I'm more upset for Michelle than I am for myself.
I have not forgotten it. You are not getting it, and I'm not upset. I am sorry, but we are going to have to disagree. And Michelle has done a lot for me, and I will appreciate that. But I am not going to be in contact with someone who is in contact and friends with someone who is trying to harm me, just like with you. It doesn't matter what you guys have done for me in the past, because it matters what you are doing right now is so blatantly horrible that it's shocking that you can't see it.
The next set of clips you're about to hear are a conversation between Brian and Michelle.
So I've been shown this entire thing, and I'm done with you. Not only am I done with you, I was going to quietly, just leave it be, but I don't think you're healthy, Michelle. I think you need help. This isn't healthy behavior, and I don't trust you to be around my friends. I am going to make a video, and I'm going to call out some behaviors, and that's for my friends and their safety. And I'm going to denounce you publicly. This has happened so frequently that I have not ever trusted you, because it just has happened so much. I think that the best thing for you, honestly, is to get off TikTok. It really is. Take care of yourself, because this isn't healthy. Be careful. It does show a very big lack of integrity, Michelle. I'm very disappointed. I'm sad. I'm heartbroken. I'm not making a video to, get back at you or for revenge. I just want to publicly say, Michelle and I'm not associating with Michelle, and these are the reasons why. Because I want my friends to stay away from you. Because you are dangerous. So, and you are selfish. You have always only cared about yourself and what can be done for you, not what you can do for others. And that is the truth, and that has been the dynamic between us.
I just have to interject here because this is absolute bullshit. If you look at Michelle's page, the majority of her videos are stitching somebody else. She does this to help them get their message out. She is a DV advocate. Pretty much everything she does is for other people. Brian's just pissed that she didn't behave the way that he wanted her to in this particular situation.
You have never made a video for me, ever. I mean, you've maybe tagged me in one, but you've never talked about my innocence. You've never talked about, in a video anyways, so. And, you have done a lot, and you said a lot of stuff that was great about me in lives, and things like that, and I do appreciate that. And as a domestic violence advocate, shame on you. Shame on you. Like, I want to just say, honestly, like, for the people in my life that have suffered domestic violence, and for you to be okay with that, not cut out, fuck you, Michelle. Go, fuck you. Okay?
I sent it to you, Lizzie, yesterday. I sent it to Luna. I don't know how to prove that it delivered. I do things very differently. I have to think about things. I was also caught off guard. I heard people screaming, and I didn't even know half the situation. I couldn't even read what was going on in the comments because I was having such a bad attack that I just wanted it to stop. And then I was trying to read your messages, and I didn't understand. And I needed a day to get right and know what I was going to say. I need time. I'm sorry if you don't feel like I came out publicly quickly enough, or that I've never made a video. But I have worked so hard. I have done everything in my power to try to help you. And I've had to do it balancing remaining safe. And that might be selfish, but that's what I had to do. You were very and are very important to me. And I'm sorry I didn't do it in a way that you felt was good enough, but it was the way I knew how to do it. And that's all we can do. And I'm sorry if you feel like it wasn't good enough or nothing I've done is good enough. But I have worked so hard to show that I care and would help you in any way possible.
Now, I know that Michelle has done a lot for Brian behind the scenes. I'm not at liberty to divulge everything that she has done, but here is a clip that he himself has shared that demonstrates the kind of thing that Michelle has done for him.
So guys, this next clip you're going to hear is going to absolutely shock you, but this is what has been going on for 2 years.
12-3. Jackie Flash, a mod for Savannah, is recruiting victims. Recruiting me, apparently. Jackie Flash was recruiting me. She wanted me to be a victim, Brian. Look at, she wanted me to make a victim impact statement. They were recruiting victims. And right there, when I didn't do it, when I didn't fall in line, when I said I wasn't a victim, what did they do? They made my life a living hell. They doxed the fuck out of me. It wasn't because Eve was pissed. We've been looking at this all wrong. When I didn't do it, what did they have to do? They had to make me look crazy. They had to make me look like I was lying. They had to make me look uncredible. They had to attack my character. They had to make it so I looked bad.
And finally, I just have a few clips of text, which is another conversation between Brian and myself about Michelle. Something I want to point out here is that Brian has said to all of his supporters several times, if this is all getting too much for you, if you're getting too much heat from the opposition, I am okay with you publicly denouncing me, if it'll make your life easier. And Michelle did take him up on that on one occasion, and then very quickly turned around again, because she realised very quickly that she didn't want to be on the other side. But what I think is really obvious here is how Brian is really playing up the victim card. He seems to have no compassion or empathy for Michelle or anything that she's going through, and even though he acknowledges everything that she has done for him in the past, he has now turned on her quite viciously simply because she wouldn't make a public video denouncing her friend. And every time Brian tells this story, he says, all I did was ask that she stop talking to this person who is abusing me. But he leaves out the part where he was being just as abusive to Luna as she was to him. And he misses out the part where he says that Michelle is dangerous, and the bit where he tells her to go fuck herself. So again, he's either being deliberately manipulative and trying to create a particular narrative to cast Michelle in a bad light so that anything that she says about him is discredited, or there's something seriously wrong with him and he cannot see how harmful he is being. Either way, this is damaging behaviour.